When they first moved in together, people admired them. They were that couple everyone pointed to and said, those two have sense. They worked together. They paid bills together. They planned life together. Nothing was hidden. Nothing was forced. They woke up early, sometimes tired, sometimes laughing, but always moving in the same direction. Rent was shared. Groceries were shared. Dreams were shared. She believed marriage was partnership, and at first, he proved her right. He wasn't rich. She wasn't rich either, but together, they were stable. They talked about the future the way hopeful people do. A better apartment, a business someday, children later, when they were ready. She trusted him. That trust became the foundation she stood on. She supported his ideas, encouraged his ambitions, celebrated his wins, no matter how small. When he struggled, she reminded him who he was, and when she struggled, she assumed he would do the same. But something changed, not suddenly, not loudly. It was gradual. He stopped talking, stopped asking how her day went, stopped looking at her the way he used to. At first, she blamed stress, work pressure, bills, life. She told herself, this phase will pass. But weeks turned into months. The man who once laughed with her now sighed at her presence. The man who once listened now interrupted her. The man who once held her now avoided her touch. Still, she tried. She cooked more, spoke softer, shrank herself without realizing it. She didn't know that sometimes when a man grows resentful, nothing a woman does can soften it, especially when her growth reminds him of his stagnation. The promotion came on a Wednesday. She was proud but careful. She had learned that her success made him uncomfortable, so she decided to be gentle. That evening, she came home quiet. She didn't smile, didn't celebrate. When he asked what was wrong, she said softly, I had a rough day. She hoped, just hoped, he would hold her, ask questions, care. She planned to tell him the good news after he comforted her, but instead, he snapped. You're always complaining, he said. Always tired, always useless. She froze. He stood up, anger spitting out like poison he'd been saving. You think you're special? Look at you. What do you even bring? She stared at him, shocked. No empathy, no concern, just rage. That was the moment she realized the man standing in front of her no longer loved her. And maybe he never truly did. Not long after that night, he stopped pretending. He brought another woman into the house, at first secretly, then boldly, even before the marriage. The worst part wasn't just the betrayal, it was his mother. She supported him, defended him, blamed her. She couldn't keep him, the mother said. As a woman, you failed. The house stopped being a home. It became a place of humiliation. She slept in silence, cried in the bathroom, carried shame that wasn't hers, until one day she packed her things. Not angrily, not dramatically, quietly. Leaving wasn't easy. But staying would have destroyed her. She started again slowly. New space, new peace, new strength. She healed where no one was watching. And one day, she realized something powerful. She didn't lose her husband. She lost a burden. And she gained herself. Some women don't leave because they're weak. They leave because they finally remember who they were before love asked them to disappear.